But anyway, we have a comparison to end all comparisons today. Two of the great ones, Mr. Olympias at that. Lee Haney versus Dexter the Blade Jackson. This one has been requested time and time again. I have put it in many polls, never got played. And actually, it shouldn't be. This week's You Pick Day video did not get up to the required likes. But I'm going to do this one anyway. Who keeps requesting this one? Some banana, I suppose. Actually, it was Joe Banana.
Oh, hey, big guy, got any cheese? Snort, 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 snort.
So Joe Bonana, thank you very much. He's been a long-time fan of mine, of course. And do you guys notice all these fake accounts? These pictures of girls? One of them was a luscious babe. Go to the front double. You guys don't use that phrase? A luscious babe? I do. Well, I think it's funny. Structurally speaking, Lee Haney's the best. Leg length, torso length, leg length, whatever you want to call it. He is perfect. But stand him next to a guy from 2009. This is 2009, by the way. The picture footage was better for Dexter than 2008. So, he is Mr. Olympia in these pictures. He's just out muscling Lee Haney as far as the muscles are concerned. His arms are bigger. Look at the size of those babies. Now, I did notice, and this is strange, in the comparison, Lee Haney, his wheels, they're not being outsized as much as I thought it would be. Comparing 1987, or we're not going to use only 1987, well, a couple of different versions, versus a 2000 guy. Here's the front lat spread, and these ones are less about judging, actually taking it serious and judging it. It's more about having a good time. And there's nothing wrong with having a good time, as long as nobody's getting hurt. Remember that, because I was just watching Wild America with Marty Stouffer, and he went into this poor possum's house, grabbed him by the tail, hauled him out, and he stuck his finger in one of his holes. So that was no fun at all. So Marty Stouffer should have been ashamed of himself for violating that poor possum. But anyway, front lat spread is a Lee Haney pose. I mean, Dexter the Blade Jackson, he'd admit this. He'd admit that in this one. It's funny how there's one. Here's one comparison. It's like you give somebody an apple or a bag of chips or something. Here's one. Well, I want one too. Anyway, I don't know where that came from. Turn to the side. Ooh, that was a good turn to the side. Wow. Look at Lee Haney. He is big. He is crisp. And he is, he's awesome. Aesthetically pleasing as well. Look at those delts. Unbelievable. This man really is unbelievable. Dexter the Blade Jackson, what can you say? He brings an outstanding pack each as well, if you know what I'm saying. Good delts as well. But Lee Haney, man, oh man, he is the man in this one here, in the side chest. What about the side tricep? I'll be darned. This, you can really hear my Canadian accent today, huh? Maybe I was into the maple syrup, maybe I wasn't. That's fine with you. How many pots have you smoked? But anyway, the the side poses, I believe, would be a Lee Haney edge, because he's got that big manly chest. And it seems like back in the day, there was more big man's chests than, say, in the future. Did Jay Cutler have a big man's chest? Not really. Not like they had back then. Big chests, like Arnold had. Huh? Like Tarzan used to pound on his own. That's what they did back in the day. made them big. Seriously, though, we need to go to the back shots because this is where a modern day bodybuilder, he takes charge, he takes over. But you know my thoughts on it. It is absolutely ridiculous to compare as such. Up until now, though, I have to say, Lee Haney, even the conditioning from the side and the front was a match for Dexter the Blade Jackson. But they advanced as far as the glutes, hamstrings, Christmas tree. Well, in this instance, yes. But, back in the day, Christmas trees were even better. You think about Samir Banu and Paul Grant. Yes. And I don't remember the last time anybody talked about Paul Grant. So, Lee Haney, he's got a bigger back. Dexter the Blade Jackson, he is no slouch in the back department. Wow. Here's the back double. And what happened here? Seriously? Marks Max me? But Marks Max Muscle, you have gone and ruined my future by doing this comparison. Yeah, looks like they wore underwear. Look like a loose pair of red underpants. What Lee Haney is presenting to us. He has a good back double, though, I can tell you that. Dexter the Blade Jackson, he is a champion in this pose. And yes, earlier I said he's Mr. Olympia. In his mind, everybody else's, he was the Olympia champion here. And he went and placed third. Is that the worst? No. I think Chris Dickerson would be the lowest place for a returning Mr. Olympia champion. But anyway, we have an abs and thigh and one more pose after that, sometimes two. And I think in this instance, it is two. So let us get talking about this abs and thigh. And I don't know, is Dexter winning this one? His abs actually look sharper, you would think, because it's a guy from the 80s. Lee would have a better midsection. But you line up all the great bodybuilders in the world, all of the best ones in terms of Olympia title reigns, they all kind of had not the best six-packs. Know what I'm saying? Not saying Lee didn't always have his midsection in check, but he didn't have that perfect genetic formula for a Sean Ray midsection. Dexter, he pushed it as far as size is concerned, so his midsection maybe slightly fuller than your Lee Haney's, but hey, we seen in them other shots that he was just massive. And to get that massive, you gotta eat a lot of popcorn and pizza backstage, just like Dexter the Blade Jackson did. Here's the most muscular. In a crab position, well, like I mentioned, I want to have two of these ones. Look at Lee. Lee is just laden with muscles and hustle behind that Russell muscle. Trussell. And here's the crab position. A little bit thin-eared does Lee Haney look. Did you guys see Pumping Iron? There's a scene with Arnold. He poses in front of the inmates. You can't miss the scene. And he goes to this young woman. I guess there was women in the prison too. Gets this girl to haul his shirt off, and she give him a little kissy poo. You can hear somebody in the background. Get it, baby. They told her they were encouraging the woman to give him a little kissy poo. And then some fella said that he wanted to get him a kiss too. I want to get me a kiss, he says. And then Arnold, hey, come over here. I'll give you a kiss. But anyway, just something to think about. Pumping Iron. It's hilarious. Get it, baby. That's what the guy said when the girl was taking Arnold's top off. He was very muscular. He was a big dude, all the way big dude. And so was Lee. So was Dexter. Well, I guess you can't say all the way big dude if he's not tall. But who won the matchup? Ridiculous to announce a winner in these ones. obviously the judges would give it to Dexter if they were judged nowadays, but put Dexter in a DeLorean, go back in time, and the judges wouldn't even know what striated glutes were. They would be thinking, we haven't seen them before. And I could just imagine Rich Gaspari at home watching this video, just seething. Yes, yes, Rich, you had striated glutes way before 1991, Mooney. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. Little bit ridiculous for this one. Trying to divide my ridiculousness for non-ridiculousness. I did a totally non-ridiculous video. It was Frank Zane versus Samir Banu, so this is the more ridiculous type. Have a great one.